was loved by many people. For whatever reason, she had a magnetic personality. She was funny. She was very funny. So 99% of what came out of her mouth, whether you agreed with it or not, also with that accent, you know, it's like kind of like the Sofia Vergara of the Modern Family. It's that accent is funny. You know, us as Hispanics, I don't think I have an accent, and you know, Anglo-Americans say, "Oh, yeah, you have an accent." I'm like, "No, I don't." I'm like, "Yes, you do." I don't realize I have an accent. People say I do. Go figure, you know. And but that accent, her personality, the things that she would say, she didn't have a filter. And God bless, and may she rest in peace. Also, she was loved. She was loved by many people, and it was her show. Who cares? Like I said, it wasn't a competition. It wasn't like, you know, she wasn't a principal cast member, but she ended up being a principal per se, you know, because she was witty. She was witty. And she had a following after being on the show. She definitely did.
She did. Did you, I mean, having watched the first season, like you said, did you have any reservations about doing the show? I mean, like, I know you.
Oh yeah. I did have reservations, but I honestly went in with it very naively, thinking, "Oh, I got this. I'm just going to be nice. I'm going to be myself. I'm going to kill them with kindness," because that was the quote that came out of the Miami Herald in the newspaper. That was the whole fight that Joanna defended me and then ended up getting punched, poor thing, by Adriana because of it, which after I was, you know, vindicated and proven that I didn't say everything else, that all I did say was, you know, kill them with kindness. And that's my philosophy. Right. So, yeah, I went in very naively thinking, I got this. That's okay. I know how to act. I'm going to behave. And no, it was, yeah. Like the example of driving home that night, there was a couple of other times when I did. Yeah.
Just lost it.
Yeah. Yeah, not in camera, except for obviously with my dad, because that's a different story.
Right.
You can't hold back tears. But there's other times that I would get that, you know, mic turned off and literally start crying the moment I was by myself. Because I'm like, I couldn't understand, how can you live with yourself by just doing this and be happy about yourself, you know?
So, you thought you were just going to come in and you're like, I saw it the first season on TV, but I'm just going to kill them with kindness and make it fight, but it's going to go different for me.
Exactly. I literally thought, I got this. Yeah, no. I was so naive. It was a life lesson. Like I said, it was definitely a learning lesson for me.
Would you ever do the show again?
You know what? I've thought about it, and I've been asked the question. I think I would, believe it or not, because, you know, the different examples that I've given you, I think the life lessons that came out of it, the good definitely outweigh the bad. It sounds ironic. It sounds weird. As much as I suffered, I think I came out such a much better person because of what I suffered. And it's horrible because you don't know good until you have bad. You know what real happiness is until you've really suffered. And you appreciate the good so much more. And it was such a difficult filming, but I think I would. I think even still not trying not to be naive anymore and understanding that some bad can come out of it that I can't even imagine or fathom. Yes, because of how much I learned from being on the show, how much I matured, how much I grew up, how much I learned, you know, about myself as a person, even knowing full well that tears may come. Absolutely.
See, like in a way you're in the same position because you think there might be some bad, but you're just going to go in and be nice again.
Right.
But like, let's face it. So Anna would not do the show again. We've sat down with her.
Okay.
Joanna is not going to do the show again. I mean, well, what do I know? I think anything's possible, but this is what they say.
Mm-hmm.
So you would be basically thrown in with like Lisa, Adriana, Alexia, and Marysol. This would be the cast.
Talk about a glutton for punishment, huh?
And I assume Lea would probably do the show if I had to take a guess.
I would, if I were, if I were a guessing or a betting woman, she would do it.
I would think that Joanna would not and Anna would not. That's my prediction.
I agree.
So you'd be thrown in with all the others. So
yeah, call me foolish, call me just like a glutton for punishment, just looking. But you know what? It's like I said, if I come out of it learning as much and becoming a better person, I'm going to humbly say that, coming out a better person because of it, then yeah, it's life lessons that no textbook or university will ever teach you. So, yeah.
Why do you think the show didn't succeed?
You know what's interesting? I don't know, because to this day, I have so many followers and fans. Like, I don't want to say fans because it sounds like so, but they're fans. They're followers of the show. They're lovers of our reality show, that to this day are like, oh my God, Karen, you were the nicest, you were the sweetest. Oh, I loved you on the show. Oh my gosh, bravo, please bring it back. Please bring it back. Or whether it's, people that didn't like me and still will make comments on our Instagram, especially last week. Love the show, bravo, Andy, please bring it back. I don't understand why, because so many people, and I think in Miami, loved the show. Maybe because it was Miami and they felt, more connected to it. But people from all over the world, I've run into people that, knew me and recognized me in Scotland and Germany, like all over the world. I'm like, you know who I am? Like, wow, it was just amazing. And they're like, we love the show. It's our guilty pleasure. And it was great. And, you were one of the women that finally I could have my daughter watch the show with me and show them that not all the women have to be catty, and you're a professional and you can be nice and sweet and stand up for yourself. And I don't know if it was just not enough drama, because of course that's what it's based out of. It's, bringing it to the table, and let's flip tables and let's scratch out our, nails out and pull out the weaves and all the craziness, which is a guilty pleasure. And there's many people that will admit it, and there's some that won't admit that they love it, but let's be real. We all enjoy a little cat fight from now, from
a little bit.
Yeah.
Did you watch Bravo before you were on it?
I did watch it.
Did you meet anyone then, like at that time, like who were you just like, oh my God, I'm dying to meet, Jill Zarin or Bethany Frankel or somebody? It doesn't even have to be a housewife.
I actually became friends with Heather from New York through an event that we had. They flew us out to to Orlando. And after that, when she would fly down with her husband to Miami Beach, we hung out. Sweetheart, absolute sweetheart, who I love, Heather Thompson. And then it was really nice because it's kind of like a sorority, because sometimes of each other, you follow each other on the shows, but no one has ever introduced you. And I was in LA filming a TV show in the Hispanic market. And I decided to go to Villa Blanca, which is
Lisa
Vanderpump's restaurant. And when I got there, I went there with Mauricio's from Beverly Hills, Kyle's husband's.
Yeah.